Split the bamboo in the morning, dry it till night. Shape and bend it nice and tight. Cross the strands to form a pattern. Coat in silk, and you have a lantern. That's how you remember how to make a show lantern. Did you get all that, Chi-Chi?
Morning, split bamboo, travel then, get silk, make paimon.
What? No, that doesn't even rhyme.
Look, it's them.
Hey, Yao Yao! Hey, Chi-Chi! Whoa, Traveler! Paimon, you're here! What you up to? I'm teaching Chi-Chi to make show lanterns. It's a real test of finger dexterity, so it'll help keep her nice and loose.
Yes, I do. Finger to be nimble zombie.
Wanna try too, you two? Oh, okay. Well, we need a whole bunch this year so it doesn't get too dark at night. Too dark? What does that mean?
Dr. Baiju has patients who got hurt walking it. The moon disappeared, so it was too dark to...
The moon disappeared? Like, behind the clouds?
It was Jeonju, the moon devourer. Changshan told me about it, but...
It's an old myth from Chenyu Vale about a giant toad in the sky that eats... What? The moon gets eaten? It's just a story. It's not like there's actually a giant toad in the sky. I asked Master about it, and she said myths are just... insights into how the people... Well, I didn't see it that night. But I've checked several nights since, and it's been there same as ever. According to Chi-Chi, though, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent someone to do some kind of serious investigation. So, I don't know. Maybe some... Ministry of Civil Affairs? This is starting to sound bad.
It's okay. You can fly. Even if it's too dark, you won't...
Yeah, exactly. So turn that frown upside down, Paimon. Or someday you'll get a whole bunch of wrinkles and What? Okay. No more frowning. But the Traveler can't fly. She could still fall and hurt herself, right? Don't worry. That's what the show lanterns are for. As long as we make enough, Liyue Harbor will never...
Yeah, and there's the giant lantern.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Look, this year's Grand Lantern commemorates the Adeptus who guards the moon. With her watching over it, the moon... A white horse? Wait, so that's... the white horse Adeptus? Yeah. Legend has it she used to live on the moon. So if it were ever in danger, I'm sure she wouldn't just... Huh! We've heard of the white horse Adeptus before, but we never heard the... Probably because it's a folk legend from Chenyu Vale, so not a lot of people know about it. But recently, some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue, and the archaeological team even found evidence of ancient people worshipping an Adeptus who lived in a palace on the moon. It's kind of like how we write wishes on show lanterns and release them during Lantern Rite. The white horse Adeptus would descend from the moon in her jade carriage and grant people's... Ooh! When did that happen? She sounds different from the other Adepti. It must have been a super long time ago, because even Master barely knows anything about this Adeptus. Nope. Kinda unbelievable, right? Yenfei said the White Horse Adeptus might even be a made-up legend, just like Jeonju the Moon Devourer.
Yeah, a made-up horse and a made...
You're mistaken, children. The White Horse Adeptus really does exist.
Oh, Mr. Liu from the Baiju Guest House. But how do you know that for sure?
Have you ever wondered how the guest house got its name, Yao Yao?
Baiju... White...
That's right. And that's because one of my ancestors was once...
Wait, really? Tell us more!
It was a long, long time ago, when this ancestor of mine was still a young girl. She was out gathering herbs and accidentally fell off a cliff, but the White Horse Adeptus rescued her.
Oh, that's it? Paimon was expecting something a bit more...
Patience, young one. Let me finish. After the White Horse Adeptus saved my ancestor, she told her a story about the moon. My ancestor was so captivated that she completely lost track of time. So much so, in fact, that when she returned, it was as if, without her knowledge, countless years had passed in the mortal world.
Huh?
The most extraordinary part of all is that it turned out to be a dream. When she woke up, she found herself at the bottom of the cliff, right where she had fallen. Other than her medicine basket, now filled to the brim with rare herbs, it was as if nothing had happened. Until out of nowhere, a horse's whinny echoed through the air. And when she looked up, she saw a pristine white horse leaping over the cliff.
A white horse?
Wow, that sure is a crazy story.
Another skeptic. You sound just like my son. But I know it's true. Ancestral records.
Wait, so your son doesn't
Don't get me started. Not believing is one thing, but he even wants to change the name of our guest house. Well, it was getting about time for him to take over the guest house. And what's the first thing he does? Starts going on about how the name doesn't attract enough customers and how we're losing business to Wangshu Inn. Can you believe that? As if Baiju Guest House and Wangshu Inn aren't miles apart from each other.
Oh, what about something like the Geo Lord's Rest? Paimon bets that would get people through the doors.
Geo Lord's Rest. I like that one.
This isn't about getting people through the doors. This is about disrespecting our ancestors. Oh, White Horse Adeptus, my wish is this. Let your divine power be known. Teach my foolish son the...
Paimon wants to learn more about this Adeptus. Hey, good idea! Mr. Zhongli is super knowledgeable. He can answer questions. Yeah, we just saw him having tea at third round knockout. Alright, then that's our next stop. Chi-Chi and I are gonna keep making Shao lanterns.
Goodbye, Pot.
Oh.
Curious.
Impressive, right? Genshin over here! Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! I have something amazing! What is it? Huh? What the? Part of the moon is blacked out! Was it really eaten by a giant toad?
Huh. I didn't expect you to know the story of Jonju the Moon Devourer, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. She learned a whole bunch of things in Sumeru.
But Jonju the Moon Devourer is a Liyue legend.
Well, knowledge knows no borders, so... there.
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark circle doesn't look anything like a toad to me. A toad's egg, maybe? Oh, wait, Traveler! You've been in Nodcry, right? The people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here. Really? Not even in a place where people worship the moon?
Oh yeah! Master told me that the tale of Jianzhu, the Moon Devourer, was how ancient people explained a certain celestial phenomenon.
But what is it exactly? Some kind of omen of disaster?
How so?
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So,
Then, it's still an omen of some impending calamity?
We never said that! Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I, Lu Xiong, am on the verge of even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I've still managed to, like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy.
What's the deal with her?
No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch stew?
What? You don't believe me? I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Longan.
Longan? Jonju? What is she even talking about?
Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
So what if blackback perch stew is my favorite? Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Whoa, what are you doing?
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill—
Young lady, you need to calm down.
What? So you're looking down on me now too? How about I take you both out then?
This is a place for dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be— Show me some respect.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers...
What? So Shen has started the fight? She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy. Flipping table. Shenna did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the ministry.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it might—
She said she took a photo of Jonju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
Can we really trust what she said, though? Clearly, something is going on.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
All right. But what about the part about Long Gone and the treasure?
What about it?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost? One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its—
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao. Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin restaurant, huh? To eat—
Hey, it could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Longan, right?
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass. Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered. There were some poetic verses, but the word Longan popped up.
So, does that mean this Longan place is real? Still, Paimon knows we've heard the name somewhere before. Right! His ancestor heard about it from the White Horse Adeptus. The White Horse Adeptus? Oh, so you must... Yep. And it turns out that the White Horse Adeptus is super mysterious.
Wait, I thought she was the gold-eyed Celadon mare of the 8 Adepts.
That's just the interpretation you believe in, Hu Tao. There are other theories out there, too. The elders of Qingce Village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rek in Chenyu Vale. Some of the tribes take her to be the Daughter of Time. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
Nope, sorry. We were actually on our way to ask Zhongli. He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. Shigu Antiques is hosting an exhibition tonight.
An exhibition? For what?
All those antiques Sing just mentioned. So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight, I'm sure you'll find him.
So, where to next? How about we go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs to ask about the White Horse? If you're heading to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, could you give them this picture for me? Since it belongs to that customer, she deserves to get it back at least. Ha! All right! We're off!
Oh, wait! I almost forgot! Happy Lantern!
Come have a meal with us when you're free. We'll be there, or whip!
Thinking about it now, could it be possible?
A fake? You mean like the customer fab?
Nice one, Changyun. I never even thought of it.
How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
Live a little, Sing-Cho. You act like this is a first for you. Worst comes to worst, we'll get Xiangling to cook you something delicious. Okay.
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's
You were just waiting for the promise of free food, weren't you? Fine. It's a plan then.
Oh, what should I try this time?
Your grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyan?
Yes. On Lantern Rite, the moon shall go dark. That's what the signs are indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit. But he discussed it with several other elders from our... It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well. You mean the whole thing? About the legend of Jeonju the Moon Devourer? Happening in real... Yes. That's one of them. So it's true. I thought it was... It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again.
Let's remain optimistic for now. We're making progress interpreting the artifacts, and Ganyu is Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there have...
Ningguang, Keqing, and Lanyan! You're all here! Oh, Traveler! And Paimon! It's been a while. Yes. Happy Lantern Rite. What brings you here, though?
You're certainly not the type to visit Yujing Ter...
What? We're not allowed to
I was only teasing.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just talking about? We have something to show you. Here, take...
Whoa! Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
Someone managed to capture a picture of it. Is this Zhanju, the Moon Devourer, then?
Even though we confirmed this event took place, I still can't quite believe what I'm seeing.
From Xiangling! She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have dropped it.
Wait, is this Chawang Terrace? No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chawang Terrace was where the ancient people... And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chawang Terrace. I was just surprised.
That's interesting because the ancient people...
The chasm? So, that place is involved?
According to our investigation, that customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangxiang, her father and grandfather are merchants in Liyue Harbor. And her mother and grandmother, a few days ago, she left her home in Chaoying Village to join a civilian archaeological team funded by Hoishan Hall, and ended up excavating some art. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques and are set to be featured in an upcoming exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at Wanmin Restaurant occurred. We suspect something happened during the excavation that left her with quite the shock.
And now, it seems like she also went to Chawang Terrace and took that picture of the moon disappearing.
The chasm? Chawang Terrace? Things are getting pretty
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Why don't you come with me to check up on her? At this point, you seem invested in this case too. Then let's head there now.
Ah, Lady Yuheng. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are...
What a pleasant surprise.
I hope we're not interrupting, Dr. Baiju.
Not at all. I assume you're here to see the patient? Unless it's urgent, however, it's quite unstable. She's even more agitated than when she first arrived. And she refused to cooperate. I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest for 2 days.
So she's getting worse? That isn't the news I was hoping for.
It's just a precaution. Based on an earlier conversation with her, it seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept Well, it might not be far and wide, but she certainly made a name for herself around Yujing Terrace. Even some of the Qixing know who she is.
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient appears to have experienced some sort of shock, and whatever it was seems to...
But what could have caused such a thing? The relics from the chasm? Or the moon?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate.
Speaking of those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you planning?
Yeah! We wanted to have a talk with Zhang Li anyway, and yeah.
I would, except every item in the exhibition had to be registered. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain. We're still...
Yeah! The word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Huh? How did you know?
Shincho told us. He said there were some ancient poems on them, too.
He's quite well informed, isn't he? Well, he's right. We believe they're direct references to the ancient nation. As for the other text, Instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to work.
The moon and the gods?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition. You two should head over. There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue. Not at all. The exhibition is free to the public. The people of Liyue have a great respect for our history. Plus, the exhibition is being organized by Linlong, the owner of Shigu Antiques. As far as I know, it's been a long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition.
Yes, we're in for a real treat tonight then.
Yes. Have a great time. There's still more artifact decoding. After seeing the picture you brought, there's a few ideas I'd like to follow up on.
You're hard at work even during festival season? Huh. You haven't seen?
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position. All right.
Well, guess we should head over to the harbor and find that
Here for the exhibition? After you.
Greetings. I trust you've been well since last we met?
Aha! Speak of the devil! You're right where Hu Tao said you'd be.
Ah, so Director Hu gave me a...
Don't act like you're up to some super secret business. We know you just do whatever you feel like.
Yo, Traveler, Paimon, what's up?
It's been a while, you two. Happy Lantern Rite.
Beidou! Yunshin! It's great to see you! You're here for the exhibition too?
Yes. When I heard these artifacts were from ancient times, I just knew I had to come learn more about them.
Yeah, Ningguang pretty much said the same thing. She thought coming here might help culture me up or something. But as you know, I'm more of a fists and punches type of person. I doubt one...
You're too modest, Captain. You're the leader of the Crux fleet. That takes...
Plus, at the end of the day, you still decided to come. Even though you didn't have to listen to Ning...
Well, she's the Tianquan. If she can't even get an average ship captain like me to do her bidding, how's that gonna look?
You sure know how to think from her perspective, huh?
I guess I do. Anyway, I heard that if you see something you like, you can negotiate the price with the owner and take it home.
Wait, so we can buy this stuff?
Indeed. Although Shigu Antiques is hosting this exhibition, many of the items come from private collectors. As long as both parties reach an agreement, well, shall we continue our conversation as we look around?
Let's go! Paimon's super curious about all this...
This material is quite unusual. It doesn't look like paper.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well spotted. This is a painting of Jianju, the Moon Devourer, made primarily with mulberry silk. Such craftsmanship is rarely seen in modern day...
Ha! Jianju the Moon Devourer! Paimon knew it! That toad made it super obvious.
What's that? A new dish at Wanmin restaurant?
No! You heard about how the moon disappeared?
Oh, yeah. You're saying a toad did that?
That's what the legend says!
So, nothing to do with food then. Noted.
And the figure next to the toad, is that the white horse Adeptus? From the stories I've heard, her palace lies on the moon.
That would seem to be a logical assumption. No. In fact, this item was discovered in Chenyu Vale.
Oh, so it's from Chenyu Vale?
Actually, that's not quite right. You see, this painting is primarily comprised of mineral-based pigments, such as cinnabar and azurite, which are used. This suggests its place of origin may very well have been the chasm.
You could have just started with that.
You're as knowledgeable as ever, Mr. Zhongli. I had only ever heard. If I purchased it, perhaps it could serve as inspiration for a new opera. Though I'm not.
A splendid idea, Miss Yoon. Perhaps in lieu of Mora, you could offer the lyrics to said opera.
The lyrics? But to whom?
Why, to me, of course. I am the owner of this painting, after all.
Wait, so you're one of the private collectors of the exhibition? No wonder.
But lyrics in exchange for a precious antique? My work could never.
I don't know about that. I'm not much of a scholar, but even I know your operas are in a league of their own.
An astute observation, Captain Beto. In my possession, this painting is nothing but a light. In your hands, however, it could be transformed into a new piece of art entirely. Quite the worthy
But I'm not sure when I'll be able to finish writing it. It certainly won't be ready this year.
Allow me to be equally forthright, Miss Yoon. This silk painting is merely a copy I made of the original work. There is no need.
Huh? So it's a fake?
I had no idea you were such a skilled artist, Mr. Zhongli. I pride myself on having some knowledge of antiques, but I didn't know.
You never cease to amaze me, Mr. Zhongli.
You flatter me. All that said, Miss Yoon, you must accept. Truly.
Huh. He's gone from handing out fake Mora to fake paintings now, huh?
Your kindness is impossible to refuse, Mr. Zhongli. Rest assured, I'll be sure to.
I shall look forward.
Man, that was quite the find. I should buy something too, if only so I can show it off to Ningguang.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Wow. This bronze war chariot is really something.
It must have quite the story behind it. I've never seen anything.
Do you know what this is, Zhongli?
Ah. I heard from Miss Linlong that a carriage made of Celadon jade was unearthed. A copper canopy. A body adorned with flowing clouds and geometric patterns. Yes.
This thing's gotta be thousands of years old, right? Crazy to think people back then were capable of such intricate metalwork.
Too often, we view the past and future through the lens of the present. Objects that fascinated us as children seem crude later in life. And that's only after a few decades. If one were to stretch time across hundreds or thousands of years, one might discover that time is not always.
It would seem the people of that era managed to create a remarkable.
Makes me want to get my hands on this even more. Ningguang's gonna be so jealous.
Has this war chariot caught your eye, Captain Beto?
Oh, you must be Linlong from Shigu Antiques. Nice to meet you. This exhibition has been amazing.
Well, that's all thanks to supportive patrons like you and Mr. Zhongli. As for this war chariot, it was discovered by an archaeological team sponsored by Hoishan Hall. The price comes in at 90 million Mora. How much?
90 million? Woo, looks like my eyes were a bit too big for my wallet.
Quite a bargain.
A bargain? 90 million Mora could feed Paimon for like 1,000 years.
And if you actually went on an eating spree that long, perhaps you'd be considered an antique worth that kind of Mora too.
Wait, 90 million? Nuh-uh.
Well, if Mr. Zhongli thinks it's a good deal, I'm sure it's worth it.
Beto's putting way too much faith in Zhongli. What if he's only here to drive up sale?
I'll take the chariot, Miss Linlong. Someone will come by with the payment.
Quite the discerning eye you have, Captain. After the exhibition ends, I'll have someone
Actually, could you send it straight to Yujing Terrace? I'd like for the Tianquan to see the proof of my discerning eye for herself.
Understood.
Great. Yunjin and I both found something. What about you three? Want to keep perusing? And don't worry about the Mora. It's all on me. Nobody's going home empty-handed tonight.
I appreciate your kindness, Captain. But I'm afraid I have some private matters to discuss with Miss
In that case, don't let us keep you, Mr. Zhongli.
Right this way.
Traveler, Paimon, perhaps you would...
What? So you can show us another bargain antique that's so far out of our price range it's not even funny?
Other people are always demanding Mr. Zhongli's time, but it's quite rare for him to extend an invitation himself.
Yeah, just don't forget to come aboard the Alcor for a drink later.
Yeah, guess you're right. Taking a quick look isn't gonna cost us anything.
These are all the jade pieces that were found, Mr. Zhongli.
Wow! So many styles!
These are a type of ceremonial jade. You're familiar with Chenyu Vale's rain jade, right, yes?
Oh, yeah! So these pieces are all used in the...
Well, you may not know, Paimon, but before the rain jade rite came into practice, Chenyu Vale was known for a different ceremonial tradition. The bee is used to honor heaven, the Tsong to honor earth, the Gui to honor the east, the Jiang to honor the south, the Hu to honor the west, and the Huang to honor the north. These form the 6 ritual jades. It's unfortunate, however, that Miss Linlong's set is missing both the Gui and Hu pieces.
Oh, I know. These jade artifacts are from such an ancient time. It's proved difficult to track them down, even for...
No matter. You happen to have precisely the piece I was looking for.
Huh? This broken jade token? I didn't expect this to catch your eye, Mr. Zhongli. It isn't one of the 6...
An affect belonging to an old acquaintance of mine.
An old acquaintance? One of your collector friends, Mr. Zhongli?
You could say that. Traveler, take a closer look.
Huh. It doesn't look all that special to Paimon. Just seems like a broken artifact.
Indeed. It's been thousands of years since the moon has appeared in such a form.
So, in the past, the moon wasn't always full. Then, could this missing chunk be from when Jianzhu devoured part of the moon?
It's worth looking into.
Your insight is invaluable, Mr. Zhongli. I had no idea how special this... Since it has caught your interest, allow Shigu Antiques to cover the cost.
Oh, that is far too generous, Miss Linlong.
Not at all. I've always wanted to give people a chance to appreciate these snapshots of history. So, and it never would have been possible without your help, Mr. Zhongli.
I merely put in a good word with a few acquaintances of mine.
And it had a profound impact. Without your recommendation, I doubt half of these collectors would have come to the exhibition.
Wow! Zhongli actually did something useful for once.
3, 5, 7. 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 20. You also enjoy counting in such a fashion, lost child? The same loneliness as me? The shadow of the moon? Or a dream of time? I'm sorry. No one has asked me such things before. I've been here for so I know nothing of your arrival. All I know is the longing. Yet, I sense the moonlight's guidance within you, child. Perhaps that is what brought you. Seem confused. Perhaps I can help in. The path home is that direction. But I was never able to reach the end. You should take a look. No need. It would seem. Farewell. May the moonlight ever shine upon you.
Wow! Jiangwei actually did something useful for once.
Your complexion looks rather ashen, traveler. Are you feeling?
Yeah, what's wrong? Does your stomach hurt? Huh? What are you talking about? You were right here the whole time.
Ah, I see. I'm afraid we must take our leave, Miss Linlong. My friend has taken ill, and I must escort her to get some rest.
Of course.
Traveler, Paimon, please, come with me. Ah, yes. Regarding the payment for the Jade Token. Charge the expense to the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor if you would.
Guess someone's thinking of me. But this late at night?
Must be that consultant of yours. I bet he's out there spending all year more at the exhibition.
Yeah, he'd be the perfect employee if he just knew how to rein in the spending. But never mind him. Let's focus on the moon. We gotta see if it gets eaten.
I don't think it's going to happen. We've been out here all night, and the moon's the same as ever.
It is quite late, and Chongyun's getting tired. How about we head back? We can come back another time.
Head back? Already?
Actually, I do have a new dish I'm testing out tomorrow. And as part of my New Year's resolution, I'm trying not to oversleep.
All right. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Let's go. When the sun's out bathe in sunlight. When the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Wait, weren't we going to rest? Why did you bring us here?
Because I imagine the traveler would like to know what just happened to her.
Oh, right. Ugh, Paimon's confused, though. She could have sworn you were there the whole time. Oh, how is that possible?
It sounds like her spirit formed an inexplicable connection with the being in that space. Ah, you suspected from the beginning, didn't you? Indeed, the being you met is the fabled White Horse Adeptus.
Wait, does that mean...
No, she does not reside within this token, but rather within the moon's shadow. This word has it you accomplished quite the feat in Nodcry. You and your friend brought the Frost Moon back to Tevat. Tell me, did you ever wonder about the other moon? The one that hung in its place for thousands of years?
We never really thought about it, but it must have been a fake, right?
Indeed, it was false. Its true nature, nothing but a projection of the moon. It also happens to be the prison that...
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is trapped inside that projection? Then we need to rescue her! But the moon in the sky right now is the real one, right? Where did the fake moon go? And why can't Paimon see it?
With the return of the true moon, the shadow naturally lost its place in the heavens. Now, it is disintegrating bit by bit. It's a process that comes and goes. When it occurs, it looks like the moon is being obscured by a black shadow. But when it stops, the shadow disappears.
So, you're saying there's an invisible fake moon blocking the real moon right now?
Indeed.
Okay, this is not what Paimon was
My hypothesis is that people's wishes could be what trigger the periods of disintegration. After all, when you experience that episode...
Wait, is that because the White Horse Adeptus answers people's wishes? So, that means the more wishes we make, the faster the fake moon will disintegrate, right?
Quite the contrary. After countless years trapped inside, the two have merged into one. When the moon shadow is gone...
Oh no! So, by bringing the moon back, we actually hurt...
Do not burden yourself with such thoughts. Because of your actions, a promising opportunity Yes, and that is why I invited you here tonight. Your connection to that broken jade token However, while I had hoped to receive your assistance, I must admit a certain reluctance to implicate you in more of Tevat's secrets. Often, the deeper one's knowledge of... You are someone who once traveled through the boundless sea of stars. I cannot help but wonder. Perhaps it is wrong. Such is your conviction, then. Since journeying beyond... Very well. The first secret I must reveal is that Zibai has long since passed away. The being within the Shadow Moon is...
Wait! The White Horse Adeptus is dead? Weren't you supposed to tell us how to fix...
Please, remain calm, Paimon, and allow me... The three deadly selves is a practice used by those engaged in spiritual cultivation. The intent is to sever the three vice-laden mortal selves to reveal one's because in the moment before her death, someone preserved the shattered essence of her soul and placed the fragments within her three deadly selves. If we retrieve the three fragments of her soul, there is a chance...
So that means we can bring her back to life?
Yes, provided we retrieve the fragments of her soul's essence from the three deadly selves. Indeed, the being you encountered was Tibai's first deadly self, Ziju. After Tibai's death, she ascended to the essence that resides within her is a heavenly soul, also known as Taiguang. Thus, this self is the closest to Tibai's true nature. That said, because she is trapped within the Shadow Moon, we have no choice but to seek out the other two souls. Her second deadly self is called Ziju. After Tibai's death, she fell into a slumber deep beneath the earth in what is now. The essence within her is the Earth Soul, also known as Shuangling. She is the
chasm? So, do we have to go there?
That won't be necessary. I sensed her presence on the jade carriage from earlier. It's possible. The return of the Frost Moon awakened her, and she emerged from the—
Wait! That must be why you agreed to help with the exhibition! To investigate the—
Indeed. So in truth, Miss Linlong, the third deadly self, is Zichao. The essence within her is the human soul. She lent me her aid during the Archon War, 1,000 years ago. But later, as I imagine finding Zichao should prove the most troublesome.
So, we need to find the second deadly self, right?
Locating her should not prove difficult. In life, Zibai was fond of mortals, and as the self who inherited most of her memories and wisdom, it's possible she has possessed someone, and is meandering the bustling streets of Liyue.
Possess someone? Wait! Are you thinking what Paimon's thinking, Traveler?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
Exactly! Lu Xiangxiang!
It seems you have a lead in mind already.
She'd still be at Boo Boo Pharmacy. She was super agitated when she first got there, so do you think it could be her, Zhengli?
It's quite possible. The deadly selves are impure beings that can easily influence a sound plan. Well...
But you're leaving already?
I must. Zichao went into hiding after the Archon War. If I am to have any success...
But there's still so much you haven't told us! Like, who the White Horror's Adeptus actually is, not to mention who it was that preserved the fragment.
Should our endeavor prove successful, then naturally those answers will follow. It would seem that this is a question you are unwilling to set aside. It was the avatar of time. Ah, so you know of her existence.
The ruler of time saved her...
Indeed. Preserving what remained of Zibai's soul in the moment. However, there is no telling what effect it has had on the three deadly selves. In other words, on the night of Lantern Rite, countless Shao lanterns, and the wishes written upon them, will be released. When that happens, the cage that confines the first deadly self will open. For if we fail to retrieve the other two soul fragments in time, as I mentioned before, the answers to your remaining, let us hope that all proceeds smoothly.
Oh! Should we head to Boo Boo Pharmacy today? Fingers crossed we learned something useful.
So let me get this straight. The patient disappeared right as you were delivering the medicine.
I know it's hard to believe, But that's exactly what happened.
It's true. 1 minute she was there. Hey, it's Yelan! Fancy seeing you here! Oh, is this a bad time?
Not at all. Just a small roadblock in the case I'm working. Mingguang asked me to investigate a patient named Lu. If you're here to find her too, then you're out of luck, I'm afraid. She went—
What?
According to Dr. Baiju, the patient vanished right under his nose. But it just seems—
There 1 second and gone the next? Pretty sure Xiao can do something like that.
Then you're suggesting this Lu Xiangxiang is the vigilant Yaksha in disguise? Or some other adept?
Guess not. But this is so weird. How can a living person just vanish into thin— Unless Linny decided to take his act to Liyue? Who is this Linny you speak of? He's— Oh, never mind.
Let's set aside the how for now, and focus more on the where. You mentioned this patient has a strong obsession with achieving fame and recognition?
Yes. She kept talking about becoming a renowned archaeologist. So, are we looking for a place where it's super easy to become—
I think we should check out the Xiao Lantern crafting stalls.
Because it's easy to—
Not exactly. When the people of Liyue need a solution to a problem, their first— If her wish is to become famous, she might write it on a Xiao Lantern in the hopes that the fabled White Horse Adept—
That certainly sounds probable.
Turns out, the White Horse Adeptus might be a lot closer to home than she thinks.
Hmm? What was that?
Nothing! Let's go check out those stalls!
Show me your prescription. I can't read.
Alright, we're here! Still no sign of Lu Xiangxiang.
As long as you're patient enough, Paimon, you'll find that hunting down people is no different from hunting boars. We need to blend into the environment, or we risk alerting the target. So as far as everyone here is concerned—
Oh, okay. If we need to blend in, then let's make some Xiao Lanterns and write our wish. What's your New Year's wish, Yelan?
I haven't given it much thought.
Oh, and it can't be work-related. You gotta take a break once in a while, right? You're always sticking out this suspect, tailing that criminal, hunting down this gang or that. Which is super amazing and all, but it's gotta be exhausting.
Really getting into this, huh?
You said to blend in, right? Come on! It's all part of the act! See,
Then, I suppose, it'd be to go traveling.
traveling? That's our bread and butter! Wanna join us?
Thanks for the offer, but my desk is piled high with reports on your exploits. And that's not quite the kind of traveling I had in mind. I was thinking more the lie down and do absolutely nothing kind of travel.
Ah, something a bit more easy and breezy, right? Hey, wait! It's super relaxing and full of fun activities. You've got the beautiful ocean and tons of cute little creatures called Asha.
Huh. I suppose I'll have to check it out.
Hey guys, happy Lantern Night!
What a coincidence! You here to make Xiao Lanterns too?
Well, it's that time of year, am I right? Thought I'd join in on the fun. You can't have—
What you gonna wish for?
Aw, man, it's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. The truth is, the mighty mythical beast, so I'm hoping to find a few apprentices and teach them the art of wushu.
Awesome! Shurfugami, here?
Whoa there, Paimon! One step at a time.
Yeah, but Paimon bets people will jump at the chance to learn from—
Well, I wouldn't be so sure. Wushu dancing is super physical and takes a lot of hard work to master, so it's not easy to find. At this point, if the Adepti can't help me, no one can.
I'll do it!
Huh?
You just said you wanted an apprentice, right? Well, I'm offering.
Whoa, the White Horse Adeptus works faster than I thought.
Traveler, it's her. Lu Shangshang.
Our target!
Hey, didn't you hear me? I said I wanted to be your apprentice.
No need to shout. I heard you the first time. What's your name?
Step back a bit, Gaming. This person could be dangerous.
What?
Hey, what are you trying to do? Do you know who I am? Get back!
Lu Shangshang, we have no intention of harming you. We just need to ask you a few questions.
Get back, I said!
Try to remain calm.
If you come any closer, I'll...
Little wisp of a being. How are you able to see me? So what if I am? Leave at once! You, a mere mortal, whose own life hangs by a thread, would dare reach for the power of... Unless you wish to be condemned to eternal damnation, you would do well to abandon this. I shall speak on this. No further.
Don't come any closer. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Playing dumb, are we? Save it. We know you attacked those people at Wanmin Restaurant.
What? No, I would never. You must be mistaking me for someone else.
You don't remember.
Of course not. How could I do such a thing?
What about the photo you took near Chuang Terrace?
What photo? What's going on? It's like she lost her memory or something.
Well, this complicates things. I'll take her back for questioning and let you know what I find. Take her away.
But I didn't do anything. I swear.
That's weird. She seems so normal now, but...
This is just great. An apprentice falls right into my lap and now she's gone!
Don't worry, Gaming. This is a special case. Paimon's sure you'll find one soon.
Unless you're gonna pony up and offer a real solution, Paimon, I don't want to hear it.
Gaming? What's up with...
I'm done here. I'm gonna go find an apprentice, and I won't take no for an answer.
Gaming, wait! Is it just Paimon, or... what? How do you know? Whoa! So you saw the second deadly self? And... uh-oh. Then we better find him before something bad happens! Let's go!
Alas, why must Cloud Retainer inflict such woe upon...
By the order of Rex Lapis, it is no wonder Cloud Retainer...
Blameless indeed. You speak as if it was not you, yet now in its wretched state, over...